My name is Coralie. I'm from France.
My name is Ivan Johnston. I'm originally from Wales, but now living in the Austrian Alps.
My name is Marcin. I'm based in Łódź, Poland.
My name is Albo, and I'm a graphic and motion designer.
My name is Richard Southwell, and I'm a mathematician from the United Kingdom.
My name is Alessandro, and I'm a computer scientist from Italy.
What attracted me to come to PlantingSpace is the opportunity to work for such an early stage startup and actually build everything from scratch. Discover, try to touch upon new topics, new projects as the company grows.
I came to work at PlantingSpace as a front-end developer, but one of the things that I really liked about it is I've also had the chance to do a lot of research and learning about theoretical topics like category theory and type theory and logic, which are things that I had some independent interest in. I really like that it tries not to silo people in departments, but to let you really rise to work on whatever tasks you're interested in and capable of doing.
Everything is up to grab, responsibilities are here to grab, and ideas are also listened. You will make an impact with everything you're doing.
We are very focused here, so you don't find yourself doing stuff without purpose. And I would also highlight the encouragement towards curiosity and proactivity.
We're sort of solving really difficult problems that aren't just cookie cutter sort of solutions that maybe at a larger, more institutional company, you'd be just doing out-of-the-box type solutions, whereas we're really having the opportunity to solve problems, and that's been really great for my development as well.
The fresh look on using really very modern bleeding-edge technologies, such as category theory and probabilistic programming, to achieve a very, very ambitious challenge. Essentially trying to understand humanity's knowledge, as broad as it sounds, and try to apply it to solve concrete problems that is tailored towards general users and also very specific businesses.
I think the idea of the system is really great. I mean, it's complex, and I've heard it many times that people coming and joining PlantingSpace for the first 2 weeks don't really understand what it's going about. But when you get into that and you actually understand what is the ultimate goal, this is really great idea. And I think that this is really unique approach, and I think that if it's going to happen, and it's going to change a lot in the way we actually gather knowledge and present it and actually use it.
The challenge was a big motivation. I feel the goal we have is extremely ambitious, and when you are here, we are talking about understanding knowledge, and that's extremely ambitious, but when you are here and we are discussing the topics, you feel that we are aiming extremely high, but we feel it's possible. And that's something that really gets into you. And it's not that we are aiming super high for the sake of aiming super high, it's because we have a means and we have an idea of how to get there.
One thing that was pleasantly surprising when I joined was how much independence you are given.
You need to be super organized. You need to have a clear goal, and you need to encourage that. So I feel that's a very big difference. And in being very organized, you are also not stressed, which I find interesting.
What attracted me really was openness and the amount of artistic freedom I had from the beginning.
Everybody's focused on the stuff that they want to do, and they think that they have this right skill set to do. And there's no particular a boss assigns you a task or something, but rather we have an ultimate goal, and we work all together, synchronizing ourselves with excellent tools to organize our work, and in such a way that we can get stuff done without losing our productivity, our time, or other things.
It's a really nice feeling when you've joining a company and you really feel like you're part of driving the goal of the company forward.
One of the things that is most valued here is the personal, mental time frame and space to work best. So it's really valued here that you work best, not that you work too much, not that you work overtime, but that you like put as much as you can into the work.
There's no barriers at PlantingSpace. It's kind of limitless in a way that from an administrative background, you don't come across the sort of antiquated, outdated processes that you might find in large corporates or universities where I spent a lot of time.
Before I joined PlantingSpace, I was only working for different universities. So actually, I didn't know what it would be like to be working for a company outside of academia. And I've been pleasantly surprised how much free rein I've been given to explore different ideas and do the kind of research that I enjoy, which is not really completely what I expected before I joined here. In fact, I think there's maybe more freedom to explore different research avenues than I saw in a lot of the jobs I had at universities beforehand.
So I suppose we are all working towards the same goal. So coming from my side, which is the sort of more the org side of things, it's you know, it's potentially harder to find elements of communication and touching points with people who work on completely different things and completely different topics. But everyone in the team is open and interested in almost everything. And so, you know, I can have a conversation about category theory with one person and then they have a conversation about employer branding with me, or what we're doing to sort of attract people from different regions and these kinds of things. And it's a massive melting pot of ideas, but also people.
Everyone is very open-minded, and the level of skill and professional is sometimes a little bit overwhelming to me, because, you know, I'm not a tech guy, I'm on this brand side and more visual sounding guy, and yeah, but this is something which is really fascinating about other people here.
The structure is actually really flat, so basically you're taking responsibility for goals instead of like making it based off your position in the company. The flat structure really helps in like feeling like you're not communicating to your superior, but to your colleagues and the people you're working together to achieve a common goal.
PlantingSpace is probably the first place I feel I'm really using the knowledge I gained during the university, both in mathematics and in computer science. I'm really doing something different, and I'm really working on complex stuff.
I found that the work at PlantingSpace is very rigorous and very complex in a good way. So much so that I could not, in fact, sustain working for PlantingSpace and for my PhD at the same time. There was only so much theory that I could handle in a day. And I really think that a lot of the work that is done by PlantingSpace could warrant a PhD. Some of the work, some of the problems being solved here would be, I think, in my opinion, be worthy of writing up a PhD and being of high academic standard. And I think that is very rare for a company.
One of the things I've really enjoyed about working with PlantingSpace is that we're a team, and some of the things that we're doing with the mathematics gets implemented by the coding guys, and everything kind of comes together. And it's really great to see that kind of group effort, which ends up yielding a lot more results than what one person on their own could achieve.
It is really incredible that, you know, sometimes sitting on a table and there's, you know, 5 or 6 people and not 2 come from the same country, which is something that I previously only experienced in my studies. And I think it makes it for a very interesting work environment. Very different backgrounds, very different perspectives on solving questions and problems. And even sort of not just in terms of nationality, but also in terms of background. I think the team is very diverse. There's a lot of non-linear career paths of not just coming straight from undergrad, graduate, PhD, working in PlantingSpace, but also some alternative routes to come here. And I think it really enriches the team and the company.
Everyone is very keen to collaborate and achieve our common goal with such an unprecedented passion that it really opens a lot of communication opportunities. and cross-pollination between different domains.
One very cool thing that we have at PlantingSpace are retreats. And I think they're fundamental to keep a good mood and environment in the team. Every 3 months we come together and we work together for a core week. It's amazing because it's a very multicultural environment and you meet a lot of the people that you work with that you otherwise wouldn't have the chance to sit down together, have a chat in front of a coffee. Retreats here are really cool, are a really good way of meeting your colleagues and making friends and establishing a good connection and good vibes between the team.
There's a lot of really smart people from different backgrounds in a wide variety of fields, all the way from really academic subjects like category theory and probability theory to more applied engineering kinds of stuff. And so to have all those people in the same room and get to listen to their ideas and contribute your own ideas and get feedback, it has been an incredible learning opportunity.
If I have to choose 3 words that come into my mind when I'm thinking of PlantingSpace, it's math, curiosity, and communication.
A unicorn, ambitious, realistic.
Transparency, culture, green,
Curiosity, flexibility, openness.
Vision, transparency, cooperation.
Green, motion, flow.
Creativity, curiosity, trees.